Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Starting off in the National League East, the Phillies cracked 14 hits overall as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 6-3. The Atlanta Braves combined to allow only 4 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 3-0. The Nationals combined for 10 hits as a team as they nabbed the win against the Dodgers, smacked 15 team hits.
About set for baseball now on the show as you get a look at Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Minnesota Twins and the New York Yankees. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Gerardo Parra will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game.
Come on, you look at the numbers on this guy, and you have to wonder, why does he continue to be in the lineup? He's got one hit in his last 10 games. Come on.
And he's set down, one away. With that, a look at Paul Molitor's lineup for the visiting. Ben Jay will stride forward now, looking to keep that hit streak alive. Currently at 6 games entering play. Gibson's ready. Here's the first pitch. Taken high and deep to right. Parra ranging back. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Striding into the box, Gary Chung. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Pops this one up. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So striding in, number 27, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Gibson comes set. Here comes the first pitch. Lined hard toward right center. And that's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. The run scores from second. It's now a 2-2 ball game. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. Wilmer Flores is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
This is skied into short left center. Jay is in a ways as he'll make the catch for out number 1. Aaron Altair stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Now a swing, but not much behind it as this is lifted into shallow center. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
Up next for the Twins, shortstop.
That's just a highlight reel catch right there. If this one skips by him, you could be looking at some extra bases. So the pitcher's very excited about making that play.
Danny Santana will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
Fly ball heading for the alley. Jay racing back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. Oh, and he runs right through the stop sign. And this will add on to their lead. It's now a 5-2 ball game. Derek Egbert will stand in now following the home run. And you wonder if that losing streak is about to go by the wayside.
Well, they're not home yet, but certainly this has been a much better performance than we've seen out of them for a while now. So all signs seem to be pointing to a potential victory.
Ben Jay will start things off here for the Pinstripers. He'll be followed by Brian McCann waiting in the on-deck circle.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one.
Shot toward right center, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. So a line drive single to center makes it 2 hits for him this afternoon. And as you can see there on the team leaderboard, he's currently tops on the ball club in that department as we approach the final month of the season.
Yeah, and when a guy...
Runner goes for second. A pitch out. The throw. And they still don't get him as he's in safely at second with a stolen base.
Well, that's no surprise to anybody that he's running right here on the first pitch. And these guys defensively, well, they know it too.
Pitch inside. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw. Now the Twins are going to get a lefty up and throwing in the bullpen. And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Santana is there for it. Makes the play, one away.
The first baseman, number
Carlos
41.
Santana will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2. Surprised at all that they're coming right after him this way?
A little bit. I like it. It's good for the game, but this is definitely a guy that can hurt you if you're not careful.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mac Forrest. He singled his last time up. Ben Jay will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Parra is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Ben Jay will step in now, representing the potential tying run.
And keep in mind, he is the team leader in home runs. So if anyone's got a shot of getting one out of here, it's him.
Oh, and he got a pitch to handle as this ball is hit high in the air and deep. And folks, this ball game is tied. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Home run number 47 thus far, as we are all tied at 5.
I think sometimes as a pitcher, as soon as you release the pitch, you have a feeling that you could be in trouble. And that was big trouble right there. Big home run that ties this game up.
Now in the box, Gerardo Parra. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. Pulled toward right center field. Jay giving chase. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Ben Jay will stand in yet again, and as he does, we flash you back to inning number 9 as this was the big blow. A 2-run shot that helped get us to this point here in the extra frames. Goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. Gone! Santa Maria, game over. A solo shot down the line in right. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
And this is exactly what you're looking for in extra innings. Actually, it's what you're praying for, really. One big swing sends the folks who stayed here home happy as he wins it with the walk-off homer.
And quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
He came up with, without question, the key at-bat in this one. No surprise, it was also the final pitch. Got a pitch he could handle and turned it around for the walk-off home run. Well, that's a great win.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. Back here on a perfect summer afternoon for baseball, we welcome you to Coors Field. Getting ready now is Starling Marte to lead things off in the home half of inning number 1.
Fielder, Starling Marte.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Eric, these Braves, as they begin here this afternoon, they've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
Not only have they been playing well, but they've got their ace going here this afternoon, so the rich get richer.
In there at the letters, 1-2 now.
I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
On the ground to the left side. Alvarez is up with it. A quick out number 1.
Batting second.
At the plate, Nolan Arenado, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1.
Yeah, and even though that's a tough one to get on top of, I think he'd say he got away with one right there. That's in too good a location when the matchup's not in your favor.
Nope.
And he lays off for ball 1. And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
And you know, Ross is definitely liked by the pitchers, Matt. When they're working both sides of the plate, they tend to be pretty effective when he's making the calls.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. With a moment now, let's check out the top of the scorecard and see how the Braves align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, it goes by that old adage. 75% of the world is covered in water. The other 25%, this defense.
Troy Tulowitzki gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Boggs will get there, and he puts it away to retire. Billy Butler will get his first shot here, and you can see he's got that average up near the 330 mark to begin play.
And he hit over 300 during the last month, so he's seeing it really well right now.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
That's just a great spot for the fastball against a hitter like this. Just off the plate enough to make him offer, but not good enough that he can do anything with it.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. Got him.
Batting fifth.
Kendrys Morales will get his first opportunity here, and as you can see, he's got that average up over the 290 mark to begin play.
Yeah, and he just completed a great month at the plate where he hit over 350.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
1-2, here it comes. On the ground to third. Alvarez has got it. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Batting sixth.
Josh Rutledge will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
Austin is right there. Throw in time, and the side is... Welcome back to beautiful Colorado as we're set for the top of the third in this one from Coors Field in Denver. In now, Ben Jay. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Jay.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And this will get all the way out toward the 375 sign now. Around second. He'll try for third. The relay throw. But he is in there with a triple.
Oh, you talk about being comfortable at the plate. That's the way he's feeling it right now. 9 straight games with that base hit now.
David Russo will dig in here. He singled to open up the ball game.
Yeah, it was a nice at-bat. Good way to start off the game. Probably hopes to carry it through the rest of the at-bats.
First offering on its way. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score. Eric Tejada will stand in. It comes off and
base.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to third. Alvarez scoops it up. Throw across by Alvarez is in time for the first out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season.
Yeah, look at these numbers, folks. He's been the best in the National League in the first half of the season. And pitching wins, they just aren't as celebrated these days as they once were. But I'll tell you, if you're leading the league, you're one of the best pitchers around. We'll see if he can hold on and add another win to his total in this one.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
And as a baseball fan, it's fun to watch this guy pitch. As a hitter, when he's bringing it at 102, that part's not so fun.
Stepping in now, Brett Anderson. As the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 0-2 delivery. Bat explodes as this is on the ground to third. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. Starling Marte will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there, strike one.
Oh, boy, he is attacking hitters in this one. Another first pitch strike right there, and he's up right around 90% in that category so far.
And, boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. So now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt. You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Here's Nolan Arenado. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. No runs, no hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. Swing and a liner. But quick hands over there at third as he takes it for the second out. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And danger now is standing in as the fine shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki. First pitch is a slider called for a strike.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
Scorched to third. Alvarez is up with it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Digging in to try it again, Ben Jay. He scored after tripling in his first plate appearance. What's he got in store for us here?
And hopefully that triple is the kick that he needed to get him out of that slump that he's in. Let's see if he can keep it going now.
Tejada is underneath this one. And that's out number 2. And as Billy Butler steps in, you have to chuckle when you think of the nickname his teammates bestowed upon him, Country Breakfast.
Well, he stands 6'1" and he weighs in at about 240, so you gotta figure he's put away a few country breakfasts in his time. And he's from down in Florida, so the name fits quite well.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. You know, when Butler was done with high school, he was offered a scholarship to the University of Florida, but he turned it down after the Royals selected him 14th overall in 2004. And here's a ball hit in the air. Austin backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders.
Well, it's just business as usual for him, Matt. He leads the National League in that category. So far this year, nobody's had an answer for his stuff. He's been dominant. Not only that, but the defense behind him has been rock solid as well.
In there, and he's in control 0-2 now.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Josh Rutledge is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. But it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
Here it comes, 0-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1-2-3. Eric Tejada will lead things off for Colorado as they look to get something started in their half of the 6th.
Still pretty early, but they don't have any hits yet, so you need to get it going offensively.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2.
And this is going back to the pattern he's been using here lately. Set him up inside and then get him out with pitches away.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ballgame.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. Standing in now, Lee Rivera, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
Second strikeout for him here in the inning. Make that 9 now in the ball game. And he is just carving these guys up right now.
Ryan Lawrence will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Lawrence.
Here's a blooper out toward left center. Boggs moving in, and that's the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. Ben Jay will get a shot now in an RBI spot, so a chance to help his own cause here.
And he's got a hit in the game already, so he can handle the bat at least a little bit.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Now a bunt attempt here. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to put this one away. Good reactions. Starling Marte steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. In there, no balls and a strike. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
And you'd be in trouble at the plate if you fell behind 0-2 against this guy, so he's fortunate to hold up in time.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Trying to strike him out for the 2nd time. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And he strikes him out here, so that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column.
And for you at home, all I'm going to do is direct your attention to the hits column right there. It is what it is here in the 7th inning.
Nolan Arenado stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. And he watches one split the middle here, 1-1.
Boy, that got a lot of the plate, cutting right across the zone. I think if he had that pitch to do over, he would have taken a rip at that one.
Inside and low, 2-1.
That's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Line hard. But this is a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. That one's in there. And the perfect game will go by the wayside. Troy Tulowitzki will stand in, and Steve, with the no-hitter gone now, he's got to remind himself he's still got work to do out there.
Yeah, he sure does. This game is not over by any means. You've got to take any no-hitter thoughts and put those out of your mind and go back to focusing on the task at hand.
Hit hard up the middle. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. Here comes the Braves manager out as he'll take that slow walk toward the mound. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll leave with the lead. Can't lose this one, but he is responsible for the 2 runners out there, so he could get a no decision if they were to come around and score. Jason Mott will get the call now. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he definitely turned in the standout performance in this one. He finishes with an even 10 strikeouts, and he was instrumental in leading his guys to the victory.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Caro, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation. Matt Vasgersian back now. MLB The Show has baseball from the Lone Star State as we get a look inside Globe Life Park. Today it's the finale of this four-game set between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Texas Rangers. Stay tuned for Rangers baseball next. Back to him, and that's off his leg. But he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. One away now. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Rougned Odor is set to stand in, and he'll be looking to change his fortunes in this one. He's seen his numbers take a bit of a hit in recent action. To short. Javery is right there. On to Davis at first, and there are two away. Benjamin Javery will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game.
Not the result you want, and especially swinging at the first pitch. Got to make the pitcher work.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Young is there. He's got it, and there are two down now. Benjamin Javery will stand in for the third time now. Still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Takes this the other way to right. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Another look here. This ball's sinking fast, but he's on the full run, and he lays out to pull it in. That's well done.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Benjamin Javery. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
Now the 0-1. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Line to the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Certainly in this streak, he's had a lot of those opportunities come late in ball games, but he extends it again with another clutch base hit.
Pitch inside, the throw, not in time. He's in there at second. And now the Ranger bullpen swings into action. A lefty and a right-hander are throwing down there. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And here's where the Jays need that one hit to really capitalize here.
And he comes back with a pitch right down the middle for strike 2.
Yeah, he must have been looking for that same breaking ball because that pitch, it's right there.
Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Trying to hold the lead. Driven to right field and deep. Back goes Chu at the track. The wall. Gone! So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Home run number 9 on the year, and it's now 5-3.
Well, remember now, with 2 outs, he had a base open here. So he didn't have to challenge him if he didn't want to, but he decides that this is the guy he wants right here. That's a decision that's going to wind up costing him 3 runs.
Leonis Martin will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be two? The second for one. On to first, and the rally ends just as quickly as it began. So stepping in, number 27, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Chu looks up. Gone! A two-run shot that gives them the lead. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. 41st home run of the year for him as they move out in front 7-6.
This guy's got to be at the point where he's thinking, do we really need to play another team after this? I mean, this is now 4 home runs for him in the series. You talk about a guy that looks comfortable up there. He's just happy.
Leonis Martin struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0 for 4 ball game with a base hit right here. Oh, a diving stop. The throw. He beat it out.
Oh, love the effort, though.
Exceptional effort out there, but that base hit puts the potential tying run at first.
Well, this was a heck of an effort to get to this thing. What a stop. But the way this guy can run, no chance to get him at first. That's an...
Rougned Odor comes to the plate now with the tying run at first, so he'll be looking to drive a ball into the gap here. Ready on 1 and 2. Runners on the move for second. Hard hit ball to second. Throw to first is in time, and the Rangers are now down to their final out of the game. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
Fans, our final line score.
So that just about does it. A look there at Chase Field here in Phoenix. The Midsummer Classic between the American League All-Stars and the National League All-Stars. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special coverage of the Major League Baseball All-Star Game here on the show. I'll be joined in the booth by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, but before we turn to them, let's turn to the results of the fan voting for this year's All-Star starters, as close to 400 million votes were cast online to come up with the gentleman you see right here. Final preparations being made down on the field. We've got a fun night in store. It's the Major League All-Star Game on the show, and it comes your way next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look here at how the National League will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, we have an opportunity to watch Andrew McCutchen out there in that outfield. Man, he can play. Does a lot of things defensively, can go get the ball, covers a lot of ground, and has a pretty darn good throwing arm as well.
Mike Trout is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. High in the air. Jay just to the left of the mound. Makes the play, one away.
Batting second.
Stepping in, Carlos Gomez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Into the windup and the pitch.
Ball.
And he takes ball one.
Ball one,
Perfect
no strike.
baseball weather. 82 degrees at first pitch tonight. Inside corner, a ball and a strike. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Fastball, strike three called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away. With a moment now, let's take a look here at how the National League will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, when you talk about the great players in the game, Paul Goldschmidt is at the top of any list. Known for his offense, defensively he has made great strides. In fact, in 2015, he won the National League Gold Glove Award at first base. Helps his infield out tremendously, an asset over at first base. One of the players to watch in this ballgame.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with two out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Throws him for strike three, and that retires the side. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. It's the American League nothing. National League. David Russo makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
A dive, but he can't come up with it in right as it skips right past him. He's around second now as they're still searching for it out there. He's around third, not done yet. And a relay home, and he is in there.
And you can pretty much see this starting to set up out there right about when he hit first base. Remember, this guy can absolutely fly. So he just put his head down and he said, I ain't stopping. And he makes it all the way around to score for the inside the park home run.
Edwin Encarnacion now. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. And a strike to even the count, 1-1. Here's a swing and a high pop-up, drifting toward the third base dugout. And he's retired here, one away.
Batting sixth.
Salvador
From the Kansas
Perez
City Royals,
digs in with one run in and one gone in the inning.
Perez.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Softly hit out to short. In time to first, and there are two away.
Batting seventh. From the
Yoenis
Oakland A's,
Cespedes into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going.
Cespedes.
Swing and a liner. Foul. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Ooh, jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down. Frozen on the fastball, never had a chance, and the inning is over. But not before the lone hit in the inning. The solo home run makes this a one-run ball game. On now to the bottom of the... And in an all-star game atmosphere like this, it can sometimes be hard to single out one player for an MVP award, but the writers here have spoken as you get a look at our all-star game most valuable player presented by Topps.
And I don't know if this was a unanimous
So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and one gone in the inning. And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose.
Ben Jay.
High and deep to right center field. Marisnick going back. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. Solo shot to right center. 29 home runs for him on the year, and it's now 6-3.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
And as we wrap things up here, what do you say we name this guy right here as the recipient of our Topps Player of the Game award?
Yeah, he was a thorn in their side all game long.
And welcome back to the MLB pregame show as we prepare you for Game 2 of our series with the always important Topps Player Spotlight. Ben Jay will be our subject. And guys, he's got a pretty nice hitting streak going right now. He's up to 15 games coming into this one. A nice shot there of the nighttime skies over Turner Field in Atlanta. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series. Shane McGraw will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Hit out towards second. Jay. And a good throw gets him one gone. With that, a look at the batting order for the Marlins. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
You know, I'm looking forward to seeing if that man hitting 8 can stay hot. He's currently hitting over 300 against right-handers, which is obviously what he gets to.
Ben Jay will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night. Here's the first pitch to him. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. McGraw is there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Now to the plate, Tom Yu, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Second baseman, Tom Yu.
There goes the runner. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. It bounces, but he's out. Nice play there to pick the throw and put the tag on quickly.
Well, that was kind of surprising to see him stealing anyway. It didn't really look like he had a great lead at all, and they throw him out by a country mile.
At the plate, Rodrigo Pinto. He flew out in his last at-bat. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. On the ground to short. This could be 2. To second for 1. Back to Freeman, not in time, and they'll just get the 1.
Now batting, first baseman.
Ben Jay is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
And that's through for a hit. And as you see right there, that'll push his hitting streak yet another game as he has been on fire this month.
Well, I'll tell you, anytime you go through a streak like this where you just keep getting base hit after base hit after base hit, you know, people start to take notice of what you're doing.
David Russo will get a shot. First now following the base hit.
Net 2-out single.
And he's into second safely with a stolen base.
Oh, man, these are outs that you have to count on getting. You already guessed right, and you pitched out. And even just an average throw at this point is going to nail him at second base. But you can see here, this one's off to the left side of the bag, and by the time he reels it in,
way to third. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw not nearly in time as he takes third easily. 1-1, here it comes. 1-2 as he chases the slider.
oh man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
On the ground to third. Pinto has it. Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. The three of us return with more Wednesday night. Digging in to try it again, Justin Smoke, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Runner on first, 2 away, all tied at 3 apiece. To short. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Last half of the 5th coming up, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Ben Jay will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far.
Jay.
First pitch on its way. Skied into straightaway right. Stanton is underneath this one. And that's out number 2. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Ben Jay. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that.
Well, hit the other way out toward right field. Stanton has a read on it. 1 down. Stepping in, Ben Jay. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
Now batting, second base.
He's running towards second. Here's a swing, and oh man! Way out of here. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, and even 30 home runs on the year. And this one gives him the lead at 6-5.
like you say, home run number 30 for him on the year. And remember, he's already topped that number in stolen bases as well. So say hello to the newest member of the 30-30 club.
Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Harvey Lachlan. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Hard hit ball to second. But this is hauled in by the second baseman.
Third baseman, number 7.
Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The Braves are winners here, 7-5. Good night from Atlanta.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Atlanta Braves. 7 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 15 runners on base. For the Marlins, 5 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors.
From downtown Atlanta, we welcome you to baseball from Turner Field. Today, the third and final game in this 3-game series between the Miami Marlins and the Atlanta Braves. Stay tuned for Braves baseball starting now. And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, we all know it. The man to watch, Giancarlo Stanton. Now, he's been crushing the ball lately, hitting over 450 in the last 10 games. He's doing a great job of going with what he's given. He's making them pay when it's a mistake pitch.
Gio Gonzalez, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, Matty, he's a veteran presence. He's been around this league for a real long time, so he doesn't get by.
Johnny Bryant will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night. Gonzalez comes set. Here he comes 0-1. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal.
And I think they're going to set the tone early that they want to be aggressive on the base paths, but this stolen base attempt just doesn't pan out.
Ben Jay will stand in for the first time here. 30 home runs for him on the season so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its... Drilled right back up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well.
Can you imagine waking up every morning, coming to the ballpark, knowing that you're going to get a base hit like he's feeling it right now?
David Russo will stand in, and he's certainly a dangerous man up there, currently second in the National League in RBIs.
And you got to love it when you have a shortstop that can produce such big offensive numbers for you. That usually isn't the case.
1 ball, no strike.
Now a curveball that misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. swing and a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Yu backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out. Now a chance here in Atlanta to take a look at the Braves starting lineup. Steve, what do they need to do to complete the sweep?
Well, guys, this team can absolutely fly. They lead the league in stolen bases. So be patient and let those runners move into scoring position and then follow it up with clutch hits.
Christian Bethancourt will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, kind of more of the same for him, guys. I mean, you can see that he's not sporting the strongest batting average this year.
Runners are at first and second with one away. Chopped foul right at home plate. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Hit hard down the line. But a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Into the box now. Freddie Freeman. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Rodrigo Pinto will stand in hoping to turn things around from the loss last night. He was 0 for 4 in that ball game.
Well, it seems like it's going from bad to worse. He had a bad day yesterday, and he's hitting under 200 in his last 10.
Runners on the move for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. It's high, but a fine play to come down with it at second, and he's out trying to steal a base.
And this is the second time they've been cut down trying to steal. Another good throw right here, and they're 0 for 2 now.
In now, Ben Jay. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extended his hitting streak. Swinging a hot bat right now.
Lined hard toward right center. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
The shortstop.
Just a fantastic catch out there by the outfielder. And the one guy that's more excited about it than the guy who caught the ball is the pitcher.
Tom Yu strides in after getting a base hit and later scoring the first time around. Oh, what a play! To first, it's there. He got him.
Oh, love it. Young man, welcome to the big leagues. He's thinking, that's a knock in AAA, and it probably is, but not up here. They can play some D up here. That's some big-time glove work to come up with this and make a strong throw to get him.
Harvey Lachlan will dig in. 0 for 2. He's flied out and popped out so far.
Just getting under it right now. See if he can make an adjustment and keep that top hand strong this time.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Marlins leave one. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Ben Jay will get a shot here in a bases-loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, the team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he could come through here.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Now a fly ball, right center field. Nobody's going to catch up with this one. It's going to get down for extra bases. 2-run score. And he is in there.
He has been money all year long with runners in scoring position, and it just seems like he lives for situations like this. He goes out and hammers this ball, and that's going to be 3 more onto his already impressive RBI total.
Richie Hornsby is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep it. Runner goes for third. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Not in time, as he just does get in there ahead of the throw.
And that's a case where you can bet they just forgotten about him after that double, and he takes third on the very next pitch.
Three runs already home here. There's a cut fastball that time that runs in a bit too tight, and it's 2-0 now. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with one away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
Now the runner breaks for the plate. Oh, he's not squaring as the pitch is a ball. But he'll hold on to it as he'll just regroup here. He's set. Here's the 3-0. Ruled a strike on the outside corner. 3-1.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Count is full. Here's the pitch. He spoils another one, and will do it again. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, number 14 on the season, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
I tell you, that's the perfect storm there. A power pitcher on the mound, throwing a hard fastball.
Ben Jay ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Shot toward right center, and that'll get down for a base hit. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Well, these guys have been very aggressive on the fastball so far, and this is another example of it right here. You know, working the count is great and all, but if the guy's going to lay a fastball in there on the first pitch, no reason not to go after it, and he jumps all over this one.
David Russo will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
Second and third, 2 away. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0. Looks like he's not going to see anything here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They gave him 2 shots to see if he'd go out of the zone to try to chase, and after that, I'm thinking they should just put him on.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
Pretty gutsy pitch there. 2-0 changeup for a strike.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. To short, hit hard. Backhanded. Throw to first is going to be in time, and the Braves rally comes up short as that's out number 3. 2 left for Atlanta, but they lead it by a count of 8-3. Ben Jay will come up now in yet another big RBI opportunity.
Second baseman.
And he's got 4 already. And he's got a chance to make this a game to remember.
Slapped hard the opposite way, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game. Tonight's game is just around the corner as we start to wrap up the MLB pregame show. But before we go down to the action, let's take a look at a young player to watch for as we give you the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Ben Jay is our man to watch, and he's coming off a very nice game in which he racked up 4 hits. Time for baseball on the show from the bank, Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Tonight, the first of this quick... Ben Jay will come forward now, back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. Solo shot to right center. Home run number 5 on the year, and the Phillies open up a 3-0 lead.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Ben Jay digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Into the windup and the pitch. Hard hit ball to second, but an atom ball right to him for the first out. Leading off the inning, Jose Bautista, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th. Ben Jay strides into the box now, launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. This is in the air to left field. Colabello's there, makes the play, and there are two gone now. Russell Martin steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second. On the ground to second base. This could be two. To second for one. Back to Howard, but it's not in time to get them both. Ben Jay will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that will conclude matters here in the seventh. Chris Colabello comes to the plate with the bases juiced, and it seems a big hit here could really put this one out of reach.
Yeah, and pretty much any glimmer of hope for those guys in the field would have to be gone if he comes through with a big knock right here.
And this scoots under his glove. Oh, what a time for that. And not in time as the second run scores. Russell Martin steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Ground ball to second. This could be two. Fair hit. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the. And guys, little doubt that the big bat here tonight belonged to this gentleman right here, Troy Tulowitzki. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end this really could have been anybody's award, but what the heck? Let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's just.
With the skyline in front of us, a look at Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. Tonight we wrap up this brief two-game series. Ben Jay will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night.
Well, he's had 7 RBIs in his last 10 games, so he is producing runs, and he had another good one yesterday.
Dickey comes set. Here's the first pitch. Scorched to third. Right to Donaldson. In time to first, and there are two away. Striding into the box, Kevin Pillar. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Hit hard to short. Backhanded. And a throw over to Howard, and that's the second out. Ben Jay stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't, he's safe.
Throw on to first, and that error won't come back. Michael Saunders in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. You wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
Hit on the ground to short. Jay is up with it, and they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
And it's just the fourth.
Ben Jay gets things started here in the sixth for the hometown team.
Ben Jay.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Hit hard up the middle, and that'll get on through into center field, so he's got himself a leadoff single.
No problem squaring up that knuckleball. It's generally not too hard to time that pitch. It's more about making solid contact. And I'd say that was pretty solid there.
Steve Delabar will take over on the mound now here in the sixth inning. And now the Blue Jays get a left-hander up. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw not in time as he steals second.
That is impressive speed right there when you can still steal a base on a slide step. Wow, that was nice.
Is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Nope,
that's inside and low. It's a ball and two strikes.
Ball, 2 strikes.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. That's a great job there just to hold on.
That's outside.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. Ryan Howard will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. He's set. Here it comes. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with one away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
That's popped up out towards short right field. Encarnacion onto the grass, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. A block at the plate, and he's out trying to score. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Kevin Pillar comes to the plate here, and we'll see how they play it with that leadoff man on base.
Yeah, and in this situation, you've got to move that runner to second any way you can. So we're going to see how they decide to play it right here.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. He'll go to the bag for one. Back to Howard, but it's not in time to get them both. Into the box now, Ben Jay. He singled his last time up.
The batter, the shortstop, Ben Jay.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Drives it the other way to deep right. Bautista looks up. Gone! And that 2-run home run delivers an 8th inning lead. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. 6th home run on the season for him, and it's now 5-3.
Wow, he has proven to be a real nuisance in the first 2 games of this series. A home run in last night's ball game, and now another one here.
So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Phillies win this one 5-3. Good night from Philly.
Our final night score.